H3 Podcast used to be one of the best channels on YouTube, with pragmatic interviews with interesting public figures like Post Malone, PewDiePie, Bobby Lee, Deadmau5, and Jordan Peterson. Before H3 Podcast exploded, Ethan and Gila were big supporters of Jordan Peterson's work and agreed with him on nearly every issue.
You could win. That's right.
You don't, legend has it, you don't even need to read the book, just keep it close. It has an aura. And this book, I've read it, I loved it. And listen, don't take my word for it. Take Amazon's top seller list for it.
Ethan seemingly overnight deleted his old interviews with Jordan Peterson, claiming he's become too radicalized. But the irony is, none of Jordan's original views have changed. The reason these interviews were deleted are because they paint Ethan in a bad light to his new woke audience and showcase what a hypocrite and grifter Ethan has become. It shows a more rational, happier, and all-around less bitter Ethan, navigating nuance with logic. The following are some of my favorite clips of Ethan, detesting what he currently believes.
To the degree that the left historically has genuinely been about allowing the working class a voice, which I think is classical democratic socialism, which has a very long tradition in Canada, then it's freedom of speech that's absolutely crucial for that. And so it's very straightforward matter to make a left-wing case for free speech. That's generally who makes the case for free speech.
That's one of the things I want to talk to you about. And by the way, I consider myself like a very left-leaning, classical, progressive person. And it's confusing because growing up, the left was always the party of free speech, I felt like. I always felt like I was on the right side of social issues. But as time has progressed since I finished college, more and more I feel alienated by my own political identity.
I feel like it's just like a shame to choose someone like you, for example, as their enemy to go after, like when you could actually go after some real hateful people instead, you know?
Yeah, well, there's no distinguishing anymore, you know. It's if you're not with us, then you're a white supremacist. It's like,
right, yeah.
Okay, well, that stacks up the old white supremacists pretty high. You don't necessarily want to be doing that.
It's just they're possessed. I think that's a good analogy.
You get possessed by ideas, you know. This is something I learned really from Carl Jung, the psychoanalyst, you know. He said people don't have ideas. Ideas have people. And that's worth thinking about for about 5 years because it's very frequently the case, you know.
This is some impressive propaganda. I mean, this is kind of genius. You're right.
It is. It's impressive.
It's disturbing that people can be so consciously manipulative.
Well, exactly.
And it just shows how out of touch they are, really. It seems to be almost entirely prevalent on the extreme left side.
And they thought that would reflect well on them. And I do think it's the same.
What is that phenomenon?
It's ideological blindness.
Yeah, it's
just
that
confidence
blindness
from nothing.
Yeah, well, you surround yourself with people who think exactly the same way you do. Yeah,
circle jerk.
Yeah, exactly. And then
is that a kind of a shrinking?
Oh yeah, it's a terrible shrinking. Oh yeah, well that's partly why ideologies get so out of hand, is because you surround yourself with self-reflecting material.
You're not traveling.
You're not traveling a bit.
Not exposing yourself to
No.
There's no yin-yang.
And the circle gets tighter because, you know, one of your friends, so you've got rid of anyone who says anything you don't agree with. And then one of your friends, you're a little weaker and you're all a little more homogenous. And then one of your friends says something that's a little out of line. It's like, hey, you're out of here, man. You're the heretic or heretic. And then, well, now you're down to 5 people around you, and they're even more homogenous and smaller, and then it's 4 people, and it's like, soon there's nothing left of you.
Race to the bottom.
It's a race to the bottom, and there's nothing left of you by the time you hit the bottom. Oh, it's ugly. It's the danger of ideological movements, is that they oversimplify and then fall prey to their own oversimplifications.
After Ethan deleted the interviews off YouTube, Jordan Peterson warned him about the ideological path he's moving towards, saying, "What are you up to, Ethan? We had a good conversation, and I enjoyed talking to you. I should warn you that those who engage in cancel culture generally live to regret it. The chickens will definitely come home to roost. You will be held to higher and soon impossible standards by the very mob you currently wish to please. Then you will make a mistake, and they will devour you with glee. Please take this warning seriously. I liked you."
But some people will consider certain things hate speech that are opinions.
People who get banned have a vested interest in playing the victim complex. I've been permanently banned on Twitter.
On top of that, he doesn't even meet his own standards when it comes to saying problematic things. His channel has been through several defamation lawsuits for slander, and he's gotten away with it all. But the more comfortable Ethan gets, the more confident and arrogant he becomes, thinking he is above the cancel culture he supports.
I'll be honest, I get a little brazy when I don't have a strike. Because you can let your hair down and say stuff like...
Named Ethan Klein, and he said that if there was another Holocaust, I should be gassed first.
Listen, I've been doing this for 10 years, okay? You get strikes here and there, but I know what I'm doing.
That's true.
I'm not gonna get permanently banned.
He's participated in doxing culture, one of the most dangerous things a person with a platform can do, and even accidentally dox the wrong person in a fit of resentment live on his show.
I'd like to know who this guy is, man. Hi, bro. I'm so glad we actually found his identity.
Are you guys 110% confident this is the right person?
You guys find out who the real guy is, and I'll show him. God damn.
Timing you out. That is literally a dox account that you're sharing in our chat right now, so please stop spamming that. Don't send him anything.
No, I'm not talking about
Just stop talking about harassing this guy.
What are you talking about? I'm not harassing anybody. I'm just hypothetically wondering. You know?
Y'all ready for a week off?
What? You think I'll get banned for that?
Yes, absolutely. Encouraging your fans to harass somebody in real life.
You're the one that keeps saying I'm encouraging. I'm just wondering hypothetically. Nobody's encouraging.
Okay.
Nobody do that.
We got something we need to address right now. Let me send it to you, Ethan. As I predicted, our fans are harassing the wrong person.
But
He's constantly slipping up and even said that someone should bomb the NRA, and then backpedaled after his producer made him express that he was joking.
there was a big protest outside the NRA meeting, which was good. Do we have any insight into what they're actually talking about there at the NRA meeting that's today in Texas? Someone should bomb that building.
Can we cut back?
I got a little carried away there. Nobody bombed the building. All right, I take that back. Let's fucking bomb that building with kindness and love and peaceful protest. Let's systematically execute every single one of those motherfuckers with protest and nastily but firmly worded emails to our representatives. By the way, I'm joking, no violence. Took it too far.
I get the vibe that his producers and everyone he works with is living in fear of their podcast getting banned because of Ethan's negligence.
You're the one that keeps saying I'm encouraging. I'm just wondering hypothetically. Nobody's encouraging.
Okay.
Nobody do that.
Y'all ready for a week off?
And it's only a matter of time before the culture that Ethan has helped creating will eventually lead to his demise. Ethan, who was once a chill, pragmatic, centered individual, has progressed into a whiny, hypocritical narcissist that never takes any accountability and uses his platform to promote censorship against people he doesn't like, refusing to see any double standards in his line of thinking and forgetting the rational person he once was. Frankly, it's upsetting seeing someone dig themselves so far down a rabbit hole of hypocrisy. But when Ethan does finally lose his platform, the people he once criticized will not come to his rescue, and the only person to blame will be himself. And as Jordan Peterson once said,
"There's nothing left of you by the time you hit the bottom." Oh, it's ugly. It's the danger of ideological movements.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button.